DIY coasters. Hello everyone and welcome back to Hampton Your House. My name is Belle and my channel is all about bringing the coastal Hamptons vibe to your house. I would love for you to consider subscribing if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything new. So today we're going to upcycle some old coasters and stencil them to look like Moroccan tiles. This design is something that's often incorporated into modern coastal Hampton style. I've had these coasters for a long time and they've done really well. Kind of dirty, what is that? But their protective surface is starting to peel up, so it's time for a new look. If you're playing along at home, you can either upcycle some old coasters or get some craft coasters from your local craft or hardware store. Let's make some coasters. First, grab a sheet of paper and trace around your coaster. Then measure the center point and divide it into 4 quarters. Extend any curved corners out to make a perfect square. One of your 4 designs will be in each quarter. Draw your designs and keep them as simple as possible. I had to change a few of mine because they got too complicated. We are only drawing a quarter of the design and then we will stamp it 4 times. Just be aware of which parts you will be cutting out and make sure the stencil won't fall completely apart when you cut it out. You can get some design inspiration by checking out a Pinterest board I've made called Moroccan Tile Patterns, and the link will be in the description box. Cut your designs out into quarters and stick them to a chopping board using masking tape, washi tape or something similar. Then get some clear plastic and stick it down over the top. I used a laminator sheet that I put through the laminator with nothing inside. Cut out your design with a Stanley knife, being very careful to only cut out the correct pieces. You might find it helpful to colour in the pieces that you will be cutting out before you start. This makes it much easier to not get confused. If you accidentally cut something that wasn't meant to be cut, you can repair it with clear sticky tape. Pop out your pieces and then cut around your whole stencil, leaving a wide edge on it. If you're upcycling old coasters, get some thick textured card and trace around your coaster 4 times and cut out the shapes, slightly inside the lines. You may have to measure them and then trim a little more. Stick them onto your coasters with strong craft glue, then when it's dry, give the whole lot a coat of white paint, including the edges of your coaster. If you're using blank craft coasters, skip the card step and just paint them white. It's time to mix a paint colour. I'm using blue, white and silver. Don't mix the colours together entirely, it gives it a more authentic look that way. Line up your stencil and use a dry paintbrush to dab the paint on until it's covered. Then move it to the next position and repeat. Colour-wise, I wish I had added slightly more of the silver to my paint to make it look more aged and muted. A couple of mine turned out just a little too bright, so keep that in mind when you're mixing your paint. To clean your stencil quickly in between stampings, I'm using baby wipes. Makes it very easy to clean. Once the paint is completely dry, get a clean paintbrush and paint clear PVA glue over the edges and the top surface to give it a waterproof surface. The cool thing about only having a quarter stencil is that you can actually use the same stencil upside down to get a completely different design. I've stenciled a couple on paper here so you can see what I mean. So you can actually get a couple of different patterns out of every stencil. And here's the finished product. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed making your Moroccan coasters. I would love to know how yours turned out, so leave a comment below to let me know. Don't forget you can use your stencils on anything now, maybe on a vase, maybe on material, or on some paper, and you could frame it as a picture. If you love these coasters, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!